Alright, Chapter 3, Revenue Accounts. Florida Department of Education Bureau School Business Service, the Office of Funding, Financial Reporting, Financial Program Costs, and Accounting Reporting of Florida School Statute Year 2023. Florida Department of Education, Florida Department of Education, org. Alright, Chapter 3, Revenue Account. With the chapter provided with the revenue account with the number of the related definition, 3100 Federal District. Federal Direct. Revenue received by the school district directly from the federal government. 3120 Federal Impact Fund with the funds provided by the school for the district on a earmark fund with the BU for the support with the total school program and increase the enrollment and attributed to federally connected activity. 3021 Federal Impact Current Options. Federal Impact Current Operations. There are non-earmarked funds accounted for the district school fund by you with the support the total school program of the school district may qualify for the revenue from the school for the during with the official year with the minimum condition that are met within the order of the be eligible at least 3% of the total average daily attendance. K-12 must resolve with a student who have the parent employed on an eligible federally owned property within the state of Florida. The parent may be the member of the armed forces station with such property that is private. The individual serve as an employee with the contract working on the property. Application form and instructions are available from the Florida Department of Education. 3130 Head Start with the amounts directly with the federal government to promote school with the readiness for the enhancing school with the cognitive the development of low-income children through with the provision with the comprehensive health, the education, nutritional, social, and other services. 3170 Workforce Initiative, the opportunity the amounts received directly from the federal government. The Workforce Initiative, the Opportunity Act to with the help of the job seeker with the exit for the employment, the education, training, the support services with the succeed with the labor market with the match employment, the skilled worker, the me with the complete with the global economy. 3180 the Community Action Program, the funding the provide with the federal government for the Community Action Program that meet with the criteria of the community need to help the urban and rural community with the mobilized reach for the combat poverty includes volunteer program. 3190 other federal direct for the other amounts that were received directly with the federal government. Reserve Officer Training Corps for the amount received to assist school district establishing ROTC programs. 3192 Pell Grant the district grant award for the participating school district provided with a new needs-based award to low-income students. 3199 Miscellaneous Federal Direct. Others for the federal funding received directly with the U.S. Department of Education over the federal agencies not previously classified. 3200 Federal through state and local. The revenue of the federal government distributed through the state and the intermediate agency for the school district. 3201 Career Technical Education grants of the Carl D. Perkins Career and Technical Education Act with the provide with the increased focus of the academic achievement of the care of the technical education student will strengthen the connection between the secondary and post-secondary education. 3202 Medicaid funds receive the reimbursement of the federal Medicaid program. 3222 with the Workforce Initiative Opportunity Act amounts with the approved grants to job with the succeed seekers success with employment and education training support services to succeed in the labor market to match employed with the skilled work they need to compete in the global economy. 3221 Adult General Educator, the funding provided by the educational service for the adult with becoming illiterate, obtain with the knowledge of the skill, with the credential, with the necessary, with the enter for the retaining employment, the enter for the post-secondary educator, with the training, with the attaining, with the skill self-sufficient, including workplace literacy, with the family literacy services. 322 with the English literacy, with the education funds provided by the adult education instruction and design with the help of the individual with limited English proficiency, achieve the competency with the English language and stay with the education. 323 Adult Migrant Education funds provide with the strength of the ability of the eligible to migrate and suitable farmer worker of the family to achieve the economic self-sufficiency. 3224 other WIOA programs. All the programs administered with the WIOA Act include the vocational rehabilitation system services. 3225 the teacher principal training with the recruiting Title II Part A with the amounts received with the increase of the student academic achievement and improve the teacher for the principal quality with increase of the number of the high qualified teacher for the principal with the assisting principals. 3026 the math and science with the partnership with the Title II with the Part B with the funds received with improve the skill of the teacher for the quality instruct for the mathematics science for the elementary secondary school. 3023 Individuals Disability Education Act or IDEA amount for the receiver of the grant for the children with disability, including the preschool for the training children's ages 3 to 5 with the provide early intervention special education related services. 3240 Elementary Secondary Education Act with the Title I amount for the receiver that every student succeed with the Act grants for the education of the students who have a disadvantage. 3241, language instruction, Title III for the amounts received with the language instruction grant for the limited English proficiency for the immigrant students. 3242 for the 21st century school for the Title IV amounts received with the grants for the safe for the drug-free school for the community learning center. 3255 for the natural forest funds, revenue received with the sale of the timber, the forest product for the national forest for the boundary for the county. 3260 for the National School Lunch Act funds grants and aid for the other system providing an adequate supply of the food for the facility established, maintenance for the operation, expansion for the nonprofit school lunch programs. 3261 school lunch reimbursement, federal reimbursement distributed with the state with the lunches served through this program. 3262 school breakfast reimbursement, federal reimbursement distributed to the state breakfast served through this program. 3263 after school snack reimbursement, federal reimbursement distributed with the state with the snacks served through this program. 3264 child care food program, Florida Department of Health reimbursement, including the after school meal and food and milk reimbursement. 3265 USDA donated to combine with the amount reflected the fair market value of the food donated with the U.S. Department of Agriculture for the school district must record the value of the donation, reporting revenue expense for the amount of the donation. Inventory should be recorded in an assets account on 1150, the inventory liability accounting 2410, and unearned revenues. 3266 in the cash in lieu of the donated funds amount received with the cash received with the donated food program. 3267 the sum of the food service program, the reimbursement program is able to contribute to children is ages 18 and under continue to receive the nutritious program meals when they're not in session that is not part of the regular school lunch reimbursement program. 3268 fresh fruit and vegetable program with federal reimbursement program that can do for the school trip with a variety of the produce the otherwise might and not have the opportunity to sample the funding allowed for the school to provide with the fresh fruit with the vegetable to children throughout the school day. 3269 other food service with the other school revenues are not previously classified. 3271 as to education stabilization funds K through 12 of the elementary secondary school emergency relief fund allocated with the school district through the state with the federal coronavirus aid relief of the economic security act or CARES coronavirus response relief supplementary act operations act American Rescue Plan Act. 3272 Education Stabilization Fund works for the CARES, CRRSA, and American Rescue Plan Relief Fund for the workforce. 3273 Education Stabilization Voluntary Pre-Kindergarten or other CARES, CRRSA, or ARP Act Relief for the voluntary pre-kindergarten students. 3280 federal through local federal indirect grants that distributed to the school district throughout the capacity of the local, regional, interstate, and intermediate government or agency. 3229 other federal through state other federal funds received through state agency with the 3293 emergency immigrant education program federal funds of the Cuban and Haiti and the Indo-Chinese for the other immigrant students. 3299 miscellaneous federal through state other sources of the federal indirect revenue passed for the Florida Department of Education over the state of the agency that not previously classified, including the funds for the receipt of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. 3,300 revenues of the state source for the Florida Education Finance Program, or FEEFP. Revenue received with the current operation under this program and indicated with the Federal Florida Education Financing Program Supplemental Academic Instruction Allocations Categorical Program Funding Instructional Material, the Mental Health Assistance Turnaround, a Supplemental Service Research-Based Reading Instruction, Safe for School, for Student Transportation, Teacher Classroom, Supply Assisted Digital Classroom. 3315 Workforce Development amounts received with the State Fund Programs to double the General Education Certificate career certificate applied to technology diploma or apprenticeship program. 3316 with the workforce development and capitalization incentive with the grant funds provided with the state with the defray with the costs associated with the start with the expansion of the workforce development program. 3317 workforce education performance incentive with the account with the workforce education performance incentive identified with the General Operations Act. 3318 adults with disability amounts received with the state fund program serving adults with disability. 3320 the state auto license capital outlet debt service since January 1st 1953 all state operations with the capital outlet debit services have been secured with the first receipts from the sale of the state of the automobile license with the amount with the computer pursuant to section 1010 757 of the Florida State statute. The funds are earmarked approved with the Capital Outlay Debt Services by the Constitution, State of Florida, Florida Administration Code. Capital Outlay Debt Service. The distributed funds are remitted to the state of the school district that they are available to approve the project. Capital Outlay Debt Services withheld with the State of Board of Education. Capital Outlay Bond Issuances. Insurance with Section 12, Section 9, Constitution, State of Florida, authorizes the State of the Board of Education to sell with the bonds and the revenue certificates to on behalf of the district of the school board. The bonds issued must be retired with a portion of the Capital Outlay Debt Service funds available to participating school district of the state. That will act as the official paying agent of the school district, compute for the annual requirement for the reserve of the principal, interest, and other debt service items. Debt service requirement is deducted from the school district Capital Outlay Debt Service fund. Either the amount of the reporting of these items are provided by the Florida Department of Education. The Capital Outlay Debt Service withheld with administrative expenditure of the state with acts as paying with the agent for the State Board of Education over the bond with the plan and review of the Constitution over the state of Florida, authorized minor changes. Minor charge for the services of this book entry that provided by the Florida Department of Education after the official year end. 32.25 of the interest of the undistributed capital outlay and debt service and interest during with the capital outlay debt service funds have the trust of the distribution of school district for the subsequent official year. 33.26. Statement Board of Education from the State Board of Education Capital Outlay Bond Issuing Bond Industry with of the interest earning with the revenue required reserve to maintain with the during the first 3 years of the State Board of Education Bond issue with the provide with the resolution of the authorization State Board of Education bonds reserve of the invested with the state of each school of the district credited with the prorated share of the interest earning of which will be provided with the Florida Department of Education. 33.35 of the diagnostic learning research with the standard of the funds for the proportion of the exemptional child program which is really strict for the approval plan and by budget school. 33.737 the school breakfast supplement revenue for the receipt of the elementary student breakfast supplemental pursuant to the statute 55, 59, 405 to 595, 406 for Florida State statute. 33.38 school lunch supplement state reimbursement of the school district for the required matching federal funds. 33.41 state distribution statute 212 26D 6A Florida statute sale tax revenue provided with the school district lieu and amounts previously provided with the pair mutual wagering. 33.42 for the state force fund, the amount received for these school districts in which the state force is located. 33.43 state license tax receipts provided with a mobile home license in accordance with the statute 320.081 Florida State statute. Alright, 33.44 for the state discretional lottery fund with the following allocated with the educational enhancement trust fund pursuant with the preparation by legislator. 33.50 through 33.72 state categorical program. 33.55 class side with the production operations fund with the revenue received with the corner with the section 1011 and 685. Florida State statute for the reduce the class size is required in the statute 1003 with the Florida State statute. 33.61 Florida statute. 3361 Accounting Code, Florida School Recognition Fund with the funding of the Florida School Recognition Program awarded the school for sustained high performance over the demonstrated substantial improvement of the student performance pursuant to statute 1008-36 Florida State statute. 3371 voluntary pre-kindergarten program revenue received with the VPK program is provided in 1002-53 Florida State statute. 3372 preschool with the program is initiated with the designated to provide funding when the distribute the local communities to children from birth to 5 years of age and their family. Alright, 3373 miscellaneous state revenues over the amounts received from the state. 3373 through 3393. 3373 reading program revenue received with the intent of the reading program and improve the reading proficiency with the student. 3378 with the full service of the school program funds received with the continuation expansion full service school. Full service school program associated established jointly with the Florida Department of Health pursuant to the statute 422 3026 Florida State statute 3388 through local state revenue distributed to the school of the district that are passed through local, regional, intermediate, the government or agency. 3391 public education capital outlay funds derived from the gross received with the taxes of the distributed pursuant to the statute 101365 Florida State statute distributed based upon the cash flow needs of the projects rather than the lump sum of the annual disbursement. Allocations are initially recorded and deferred with the revenues recognized with the issuance of the incumbents for the authorization. 3392 classrooms first program funding provided with the classroom first program pursuant to 101368 Florida State staff for the construction, renovation, remodeling, repairing, and maintenance of the education facility or the debt service on a classroom first bond allocation initially recorded on advance revenue for the revenues recognized by the issuance of the encumbrance for the authorization. 3395 Smart Schools Small County Assistance Program funding provided with a small county with a construction expansion repair with a renovation school facility with the program supplemental special facility construction act. 3396 with the class side with the production capital outlay funds included in accordance with section 1013-735 of the Florida State Statute Classroom and the Kids Program and statute 1013-73-6 Florida State Statute District Effort Recognition Program. 3397 the charter school capital outlay fund, although capital outlay fund provided the chapter of charter school with the presumed 1013-62 Florida State Statute capital in the nature of the distribution charter school operating in the nature of the fund financial account of the school district should transfer the chapter of charter school with the capital with outlay funds with the capital project with the funding of the general fund. Please see Object 794 of the Charter School State Capital Outlay, Chapter 4 of the Charter School Capital Outlay Distributions. Alright, 3393 for the other miscellaneous state revenue for the other source of the state funding not previously classified in district cost of the differential supplements. 3400 revenue to local source from local source of the 3410 tax for tax levy to school civil assess valuation real and personal property located with the school of the district local sales to surtax levy by the referendum of the budget tax revenue with associated valuation on the property benefit of representative of the 96% of the yield of the proposed mileage and assessed the valuation of 96%. 3411 required local levy for the district of non-voted operating discretionary tax for the local tax revenue generated with the required local effort in the Florida Education Finance Program of the non-voted operating discretionary tax for the pursuant to 10.11.71.1 Florida State Statute. Any revenue generated for the prior period of the funding and adjustment with the mileage of the 10.11.62 with the Florida State statutes included here. 3412 of the district debt, the serve of the tax of the amount of the special tax mileage levied for the purpose of the retiring war bonds issued with the pursuant of the 101041 and 101055 of the Florida State statute. 4413 district local capital improvement of tax revenue generated with the tax levy authorized with the 101171 within 3 with the Florida State statute pursuant to specified with the statute. Per subsection 2 of the district board made level of 1.5 mils or less. Per subsequent to 3 of the district school board made level in addition of 1.5 mils up to quarter mils. Fixed capital lieu of leveling equivalent amount with the discretionary mills of the operation revenue is reported with the fund 370 non-voted capital improvement fund with district school tax section 101171 Florida State statute. 3414 the district voted for the additional operating tax with additional ad valorem tax generated with the mileage levy the local referendum general election school operation purposely pursuing the 10.11.71.9 Florida State statute levy the share per charter school the base for each of the charter school with a proportional share of the district the total unweighed full equivalent of the school enrollment u to the manner consistent with the purpose of the levy. 3415 the district voted additional capital improvement tax with the ad valorem tax generated with the mileage levy with approval of the election by with the elector of the school district pursuant with the resolution adopted with the school district regular meeting pursuant to 10.11.73 Florida State statute. 3418 county local sales tax with the funds received with the capital outlay surtax with the levy with the interlocal with agreement by the surtax levy done with the county's authority with it provided by statute 212 of the 055 of the 2 with the Florida State statute discretionary sale of surtax local company infrastructure surtax county may levy the discretionary sales tax of 0.5 to 1%. 3419 school district local school sales tax funds received with the capital outlay save with the surtax with the levy done with the authority of the district school board provided with the 212 with the 055 6 with the Florida statute discretionary sale with the surtax school capital outlay with surtax with the school board in each of the county with the master levy with the discretionary sale with the surtax rate with the may not exceed 0.5%. 3421 tax redemption for the revenue received during the fiscal year of the clerk of the circuit of the court of the tax redemptions of the from the sales of the land of the acquired with the delinquent tax. 3422 of the payment in lieu of the tax amount received with the local housing authority and similarly against for the lieu of the payment of the tax. 3423 excess fee with all excess for the receipt of the tax collector. 3424 tuition amount received for the education for the non-residents. 3425 of the less at least for the revenue of the amounts received with less for the lease for the property owned with the school of the district of the revenue system systematically recognized over the term of the lease of the corresponding with the reduction of the deferred inflow. 3430 investment income of the interest earning with the amounts of the daily balance saved with the account of the time deposited with the investment of the profit of the sales of the investment of the interest of the profit attributed recorded with the fund of the proceed with the earnings unless specified otherwise by bond resolution or legal document. The banking investment fee with the directly with the related with the general generating revenues of the offset of the investment income of the government with the required to stop the hedge accounting and assume the hedge derivative of the instrument is determined with the school district recognized with the deferred outflow with the deferred inflow of resources relating to the hedge derivative of the instrument and investment income of the termination should be determined based on the guidance provided with the governmental accounting standard board with the statement of 53 and accounting with the financial report with the derivative of the instrument as amended with the government accounting standards board school government accounting standard board statement 64 derivative of the instrument of the application for the hedge accounting termination provisions. 3431 investment interest in the investment of the interest earning with the investment of the United States with the Treasury bill, the notes and bond with the saving account with the time certificate with the deposit of the mortgage or other interest bearing obligations. 3432 for the gain and sale of the investment, for the gain recognized with the sale of the investment, with the except for the sales the act proceed over the cost of the other base of the date of the sale of the 3433 the net increase for the degree of the fair value of the investment recognition with the change of the fair value of the investment. 3440 a gift of the grants of the bequest with the amounts received with the philanthropic foundation private individual organization county with the commission with no repayment or special service is expected. 3445 the interest income of the lease of the 3450 food for the revenue from the receipt of the sale of the meals other food for the activities include the receipt of the agent for the proceed project for the meal provided under the contract of the various group of the agent for the following account for the provided further the classified of the various type of the receipt of the breakfast lunch and milk as required by approved forms. 3451 school student lunches, 3452 student breakfast, 3453 adult breakfasts and lunches, 3454 student and adult car fees, 3455 student snacks, 3456 other food sales, 3460 student fee, the student fee authorized by the state with the entry with the established for the district school board. 3461 adult general education course fee for the block tuition collected for the adult student with enrollment. The adult general education course authorized in statute 1009-22-3 with the Florida statute. All funds received with the block tuition shall be used only for the adult general education programs. 3462 post-secondary career certificate applied with the technology, the diploma, the core for the fee with the tuition collected for the adult student with the enrolled with the adult post-secondary career technical education course authorized in provision General Operations Act 1009-22 Florida State Statute. 3463 continuing workforce education course fees for the fees charged from the pursuant of the statute 1009-22-3 with the Florida State statute to determine the district school board expenditure for the continuing workforce education must be fully supported by fees also include the here amount for the pursuit of the agencies other than the Florida Department of Education Bureau in lieu of the fees for the paid for the students. 3464 capital improvement the fee for the capital improvement the collective for the pursuit of the enrolled for the post-secondary career with the technical education core for the pursuant of one statute 1009-22-6 of the Florida State Statute. 3465 post-secondary lab fee for the lab fees collected for the student enrolled for the post-secondary career technical education and adult general education course pursuant to the statute 1009-22-9 of the Florida State Statute. 3466 lifelong learning fee for the fees for the adult non-credit courses defined in section 1004-02-17 Florida State Statute. GED testing fees collected by candidates who take with the GED test for every individual examiner including restated testing and authorized in states through 1004-93-4A Florida Statute provided in section Rule 64 Rule 6A 60201 Florida Administrative Code. 3468 financial aid fees collected for the adult students enrolled with the post-secondary career technical education career course authorized by the statute 1009-22-5 of the Florida Statute of the Provisions General Operations Act. Alright, 3469 other student fee for the other student fees are authorized for the statute with 1009-22 for the Florida State chapter not specified include the fees collected for the technology authorized in 1009-22-7 of the Florida State Statute. 3470 other fees are authorized by the statute with the established for the district school board. 3471 preschool program fee for the fee charged for the preschool program. 3472 pre-kindergarten early intervention fees charged for the pre-kindergarten early intervention voluntary pre-kindergarten kindergarten programs. 3473 school age child care for the fees charged with the school age child care program. 3479 other school for the course of class for the fees, other student fees. 3480 operating revenues, proprietary funds with the revenues directly related with the fund's primary activity. The revenues consistently primarily use the charge of the goods and services. 3481 charge with the operating revenue generated with the proprietary fund revenue services to the customer. 3482 charge with the sale of the operating revenue generated with the proprietary fund for the sale of the goods for the customer. 3484 premium revenue, operating revenue generated with the proprietary fund for the insurance premiums. 3489 other operating revenue generated with the proprietary fund but not previously classified. 3490 miscellaneous local sources other amounts received with the local service the bus fees for the fees received with the use of the school bus except for the school for the activity included payments for the other school districts. 3492 for the transportation service the render for the school activity amount received with the school for the internal account for the payment over the transportation call for the school related activities for the football games, band outings, and field trip. 3493 sales of junks amount for the receipt of the sale of the items was classified as junk for the salvage and recycling. 3494 receive the federal indirect cost rate with the amounts received with the federal contracted program with indirect expenditures when indirect cost rates have been approved with the Florida Department of Education. 3495 other miscellaneous locals over the other miscellaneous revenue not previously classified E-rate rebates refunds offered with the vendors should be reported miscellaneous local revenue with generated with the E-rate rebate refund. Please see Office of Management Budget Circular A87 attachment A section C4 regarding applicable credits for refunding of the county of the fuel tax should be reported in the revenue accounting section 206-625 Florida State Statute address allows you the fuel tax refund. Or 3496 impact fee of the revenues received the intergovernmental agency that required for the fees assessed for the development of real property. 3497 the refund for the prior year's expenditure. For 3498 collection of the loss of the damaged sold textbook with the balance received with the locally lost of the damaged textbook with the sale of the textbooks. 3499 receipt with the food service the indirect service cost for the calculation of the food service funds for the direct indirect costs. Alright, 3600 through 3700 other financial sources for the increase of the net position of the revenue for the only items identified with the financial source of the author of the accounting standard that may be classified as subject to the items insurance. These items issuance of the long-term debt with the face amount with the premium inception of the lease of the debt of the services of the demands of the bond of the record of the funds liability sale of the capital asset of the insurance recovery of the transfers. 3600 transfer the non-reciprocal non-reciprocal interfund activity representative of the disbursement of cash and goods from one fund with a school district to another fund with an equivalent return without the requirement for repayment. 3610 transfer the general fund amount received for the general funds with no return with the requirement for the repayment. 3620 transfer the debt service funds with the amount received for the debt funds with no return of repayment. 3630 transfer the capital project fund with the amount received for the capital project fund with no return of repayment required. 3640 transfer of the special revenues amount received with the special revenue fund with no return requirement for repayment. 3650 interfund with the amounts received with the one fund with another fund with the same fund type with no return requirement for repayment. 3660 with the transfer of the permanent funds amount received with the permanent funds with no return requirement for repayment. 3670 with transfer the internal sum of the funds amount received with the internal sum of the funds with no return requirement for repayment. 3690 transfer the enterprise funds amounts received with the enterprise funds with no return requirement for repayment. Alright, so 3700 face value of the long-term debt sale of the capital asset for the instrument issue increase the current financial reason for the result of the issue with the long-term debt and sale of the capital assets. Issue with the bonds par value with the sale of the bonds report with the capital project funds for the accrued interest for the use to reduce the interest payable with the issue with the should credit with the accrued interest payable with the debt service funds until the first interest pay date of the following with the date of the sale of the premium the discount should be reported separately as even the other financing some of the other financing used. See Chapter 2 with the definition of the bond type of standard, Board of Education capital outlay bond, the district bond, special act bonds, motor vehicle license, revenue bonds, face value with the refunding bond, sales, surtax bonds, 30/70/20 proceeding loans not paid during the official year of which obtained. See Chapter 2 with the definition of loan type, Section 37/21, Section 10/11-14, 10/11-15 Florida State statute loans, 37/22 with the bond anticipation loan, 37/24 lease agreement at SBITAs, 37/30 capital sales of the capital assets, proceed with the sale of the capital assets school district, 37/31 sale of the land, proceed with the sale of the real property unimproved, 37/32 with the sale of the building, proceed with the sale of the land of the building, 37/33 33, sale of equipment, proceed with the sale of equipment. 37 to 40, loss of the recovered amount, receive of the insurance for the other sort of the result of the loss for the school district property from the fire or theft of the other causes. 37 to 41, insurance, the loss of the recovery. 37 to 42, with the other loss of the recovery. 37 to 50, proceed with the lease of the purchasing agreement, the proceed with the issuing with the lease of the purchase agreement, including certificate of participation purchase for the capital acquisition or construction investors will buy share with them specified with the revenues rev with the bonds insured secured by revenues supreme of the discount should be reported separately with the eve of the financing for the financial eve see the chapter 2 of the definition lease purchase agreement of the type. 37 to 51, certificate of participation. 37 to 50, qualified zone academic board. 37 to 53, qualified school construction board. 37 to bond. 37 to 54, Build America bond. 37 to 55, refund lease purchase agreement. 37 to 59, other lease purchase agreements. 37 to 60, purchase of the forward supply contract with amounts received at the time of the bond refund with the presentation, proceed with the forward supply contract with the provided payment of the bond issue for the future, inch for the term, with the sinking of the fund, with the investment, with the made, with the between, with the date, with the true, with the date, with the schedule, inch for the payment, principal payment. 37 to 70, with the proceeds, with the special facility, the construction account, with the funds received with the special facility, construction account authorized with 1013-64-2 with the floor statute. 37 to 80, with the gain, with the disposition, with the asset, for the exit, for the financial inflows, with the overcarrying of the value, with the deposit, disposed of the asset. 37 to 90, the premium long-term debt, with the amount, with the premium received, with the connection for the issuance of the long-term debt, with the conversion of the premium from the government-wide financial statement, the presentation unamortized, with the premium is included, with the carrying amount, with the liability, amortization premium increases, interest revenue. 37 to 91, premium the sale bond. 37 to 92, premium the refunding bonds. 37 to 93, premium lease of the purchase agreement. 37 to 94, premium refunding lease purchase agreements. And now we're on to chapter 4, fund structure and expenditure accounts.